about this people component is understanding, are we talking about a person who's a dick and is not in line with our core values, even though they're a top salesperson? Or are we talking about a top salesperson or a bad salesperson who's a great person? And we're talking about the skill sets. And we're talking about the fact that the organization's outgrown their skill sets. Either way, we know how to construct the conversation. We know how to give this person a chance to change. We know how to put the letter together after we have the conversation so they're very clear that this is not going to be sustainable unless things improve. And 90% of the time, Lencioni says 80%, my calculation over the last 23 years is 90% of the time they will come to standard or they will leave on their own. You'll never have to have the firing conversation. And if you do, it'll look like this. Rosie, you know what this conversation's about, right? And she smiles because she knows I'm firing her. Right? We've talked about this for 6 months. And she's just hanging out waiting for a severance package. Right? I mean, that's all it is. She knows it's going to happen. So, okay, so how many months do you want? You know, or maybe because you're such a great person, and maybe it's a skill set thing. Maybe you can work for the next 3 months and I'll help you find a new job and I'll get some training for you or whatever you need. And then people go, well, how come Rosie was so good up until now and now she's failing? It's because you've outgrown her skill sets. Your company's outgrown her skill sets. You are not a not-for-profit company, right? So you don't, and you're a small company, so you don't have a lot of seats to try and put this great person into. So you have to transition them out of the company because there is a company who's 10 years behind you and she can make them rock, right? That's how we have to deal with people. And so there's this people component that once you start doing this and everybody in your organization is having these conversations face to face, and forget the texting and the emails, right? We're having these face to face conversations, the organization just gets better.